Hello everybody, welcome back to the Sonic Chronicle. My name is Owen, and today we have a very special release. Today we are going to be talking about a new song from ROE, who is an Irish artist who describes themselves as a self-assured indie pop weirdo from Derry in Northern Ireland. ROE is someone who has been on my radar for a little while now. Not too long, I'm a recent convert to ROE now, to be honest with you. But I saw ROE on The Late Late Show here in Ireland. She was on there as part of the Irish Women in Harmony piece dedicated to Sinead O'Connor a number of weeks ago, where they sang Nothing Compares to You, and I was watching it with my wife, and ROE's part came on, and I thought, wow, that's a really lovely voice, that's a lovely vocal. So I went and I found out who it was, and I messaged them and said, wow, that's a lovely piece. New fan. Followed her on Instagram. She was very kind to reply to me as well, but I digress. Anyway, after that, I followed and I noticed that ROE was releasing a new track. Messaged ROE to ask if she would be interested in sharing it with me. She was looking for independent, or looking to promote this independently entirely, and was very kind to send me the press release and the track itself as well. So let's talk a little bit about the press release. So this track is called Cinema. It is ROE's first new release in over a year, on the 21st of March 2024. So this is actually in advance of that. That's class. So the press release says, after relentless touring supporting huge artists such as Snow Patrol, playing massive festivals like Glastonbury, Iceland Airwaves and South by Southwest, not this year obviously, and releasing her debut album in 2022, ROE has spent the last year squirreled away in the studio writing and recording. Previous releases saw Track of the Week on BBC Radio 1, plays on 6 Music, RTE 2FM, and placed in shows like Made in Chelsea and BBC's Rec. 2024 sees the highly anticipated return of ROE with new and brutally honest songs such as Cinema, releasing in late March, and marks a captivating change in her live shows. Now, again, I'm a recent ROE convert, so I haven't seen ROE live, but I have, off the back of that performance on The Late Late Show, I have dove into ROE's back catalogue to have a listen to some stuff, and the description of it being brutally honest for this new song, I kind of get the sense that in all of her songs there's a real kind of openness, there's a real honesty about the songs as well, just in some of the turns of phrase and things like that. Here's a brief description of Cinema by ROE herself. I didn't know where to start. Not until my partner and I were on our way to a movie one night, we passed the police and an ambulance pulled in at the side of the bridge, and beyond that was a man that was clearly shaken and standing on the other side of the railing. It's happened before, too many times to count. I've never known this city without the pain and loss that exists within it. And when we got back home, I felt the itch to finally put something down on paper. It's not a beautiful story. I didn't want to romanticize the very thing that has left Derry in heartbreak. It's a story that so many of us have lived through, and I guess it was out of frustration of the state of things here that this song was written. This is something that I can relate to very much so. Coming from towns, or living in a town most of my life that has had a river in it, and then moving to another town that has had a river in the centre of the city, the sounds of helicopters flying over at night time is something that you sadly become used to and desensitized to very, very quickly. So clearly a heavy song. What we're going to do now is we're going to go and we're going to have a listen to it. So here we go. This is my first listen to Cinema by ROE. Again, thank you very much to ROE for supplying the early version. I like the sounds of the projector. That's kind of neat. It's quite a short song, this as well, 3 minutes.
We left for the cinema on a Tuesday night.
Such lovely vocals.
Drove along a riverbank in total silence.
So delicate.
There was a man on the wrong side of the bridge again, lit up in blue, a color I've grown accustomed to, but it's old news. The city's real pretty if you don't look too hard.
I wonder what kind of microphone she uses to record her vocals. It's very minimal. Oh, I was going to say it's very minimal, but then we bring in the nice piano accents there.
Anthony's a good friend, and he's gone missing. They're walking the banks, flashlights and fluorescent jackets, out on parade, and it's the same thing every single week. It's old news. The city's real pretty if you don't look too hard.
I really like the piano accents. That's something that she's done before on other tracks from the album, her last album, and it's a great effect.
Thursday is a worst case scenario. Sound check, being told that they found what they were looking for. But it's old news. The city's real pretty if you don't look too
That foreboding bass track coming in over the top.
It's only a problem if you focus on it, and I'm crossing my fingers that I don't know them. It's getting closer, but it's old news. The city's real pretty if you don't look too hard.
It's not often that I say it, but I could listen to that for another 2 minutes or so, to be quite honest with you. It's alluring. It just drags you in. It's a lovely, lovely song, lovely, lovely vocal. Well, it's a lovely, lovely song for a very difficult subject matter. So, tricky thing to do. A very minimal arrangement. As I said, those piano stabs, those piano accents, used to great effect. And the foreboding bass coming in over the top, lovely touch. That is Cinema by Roe. That is definitely something that should get some attention. And I think that the brutal honesty that she was talking about in the press release is clear there. And if the rest of the songs on the new album are anything like that, it's going to be a fairly visceral listen. Some of her vocal lines as well, the vocal lines there are obviously very, very nice, but some of the vocal lines that Roe has produced before as well, they're great. Like, I wish that I could come up with some vocal lines like that. As I kind of mentioned in my Casually in Conversation with Diana Bailey, which I would kind of put kind of in the same bracket, kind of like alt pop as Roe here. She had some wonderful vocal lines that really kind of captured your attention throughout the song. This has that kind of same thing. And yeah, it's just great. It's just good. It's just great. Anyway, that is my first listen, my first impressions of Cinema by Roe. It's a lovely song. I wish Roe all of the best with the new song coming out, and new album, perhaps, that's going to be coming. If you want to follow Roe on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, or go to their website, or go to their TikTok or YouTube or SoundCloud or Spotify, Bandcamp, Apple Music, etc., I will be providing links to all of those in the description below. But as always, thank you so much for stopping by and for having a listen to me talk about some music. Like this video if you like what I do, subscribe to the channel to see more of this kind of stuff, and of course leave a comment in the comments section below if you have any opinion on Roe's music, or what they have released, or even with regards to this song, and how perhaps it has spoken to you. As I said, though, we are going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.